and one person, why wouldn't you say, hey, listen, I'm going to stay here and watch the damn inmates while you go get the paperwork? Since when has it took 2 officers to get paperwork, man? What was y'all getting? 14 yellow book pages worth of paperwork? Huh? Never seen that before in my life. Never seen that before in my life. There's no excuses for that. This is pure stupidity, man. Never like the
what it do, sitting with the crew. I had to get some food. I see you looking like you do. Had to make a move. Feel like I gotta grow. In a Jimmy Choo's, break the rules. No, you're not a fool, but I'm in the mood.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, A the Almighty, aka the Global Dark Skin Ambassador, aka Mr. Baldy, aka King of Rikers Island Stories. I got another story for y'all. This one comes from the New York Post. I don't do a lot of New York Post stories, you know what I'm saying? But this one just looked real ironic, and it's like, it's getting real crazy out here. And this story is titled, Handcuffed Rikers Inmate Steals Bus Full of Prisoners and Crashes It in Latest Disturbing Incident, man. What the hell is going on Rikers Island, man? So let me read you this article, and then I'm going to give my own personal assessment of the situation. Without further ado, let's get it. A handcuffed Rikers Island inmate stole a bus with prisoners on board and crashed it into a wall on Thursday night in what's only the latest wild incident at the chaotic facility, jailhouse sources say. Abu Bakr Sanuwu, 29, was one of the least 6 prisoners left alone in the bus at about 8:30 p.m. when he jumped into the driver's seat and plowed into a wall at the Anna M. Cross Center, which houses male inmates at the troubled jail complex, according to Rikers Island sources. 2 corrections officers apparently left the bus running when they got off to get paperwork at about 8:20 p.m., the sources said. Sanuwo has been behind bars on burglary and robbery charges, was apparently front cuffed, sources said. The other passengers included several known members of the Blood and Crips gangs. Now, the fact that they saying the rest of these people was in the Bloods and Crips, that has nothing to do with nothing, but okay, cool. The injuries of the passengers weren't immediately known, sources said, and the Transportation Division is assessing the bus for the amount of damages. It wasn't clear where the bus was coming from or headed to. That is so much cap. How the hell you gonna say it wasn't clear where the bus was coming from or headed to when it's after 8 p.m. at night? Clearly, either it was some type of transportation of people to a new building, or they was coming back from court. It's one or the other, man. I don't like when they be lying, yo. They be lying to make themselves look good and make the inmates look worse. That is total cap. Anyways, the City Department of Corrections didn't immediately return a request for comment from the Post. Insiders say staffing concerns at Rikers have sparked a dangerous situation leading to an uptick in inmate violence, fatal ODs, and even prisoners sharing TikTok videos of them apparently partying in a cell. But a source indicated the bus theft was just a general F-up. Clearly. I've never in my life heard of something so crazy happening, one department veteran said. Again, more cap. People have been murdered in here. People have been stabbed up. That's not as crazy as somebody getting on a bus and crashing into a building. Cool, whatever. The joyride is the latest in the ongoing chaos at Rikers, where an inmate tried to hang himself in view of politicians during touring of the facilities. One state lawmaker described the conditions as hellish at the jail, which has seen 10 inmate deaths so far in 2021. Mayor Bill de Blasio unveiled a 5-part plan this week to improve conditions following the increased scrutiny there. Part of de Blasio's plan is to crack down on correction officer absenteeism at Rikers Island. A new rule has given the DOC authority to penalize officers who are absent without leave with unpaid suspensions as long as 30 days. And that's the end of that article, man. Listen, my personal feeling of this is that any personal information they got about these inmates saying, oh, some was Crips and some was Bloods, and oh, this inmate was locked up for robbery and all this other crap, you know what I'm saying? All that is just some extra stuff to put in the news article given to you by Rikers Island, man. At the end of the day, this ain't even a staffing issue thing. Like, this is pure laziness. This is pure overlooking, right? This is totally 110% the corrections officer's fault, all right? I literally been in Rikers Island. They said this man was front cuffed. Okay, cool. I've been front cuffed before, but usually they have the chains that is cuffed to you, then you cuff to somebody else, and then when you cuff, they got the chains that go around your body, and they also shackle your legs, okay? So, at what point does he have enough free room to get out of his seat? And now I'm assuming he was cuffed by himself, which happens sometimes, so I'm not stressing that. But at what point did he have enough physical body freedom and rotation to be able to make it out his seat, which is behind the driver's seat, and make it to the driver's seat, right? To a bus, right? That is left running while two officers get out to go get paperwork? Why did it take two officers to go get paperwork in the first place? And why did they leave that bus running in the first place, all right? Irresponsibility. That little stupid idea that these officers had could have led to, first of all, the bus crashing into a building and blowing up, killing all the inmates, and then what they was going to do? Say, hey, today a bus crashed at Rikers Island that an inmate was driving, and 8 passengers inside the bus blew up in flames while the 2 officers left the car running to go get paperwork. I'm sure that's what they told their higher authorities would happen, but anything could have happened. For all you know, they could have hopped out the car to go have a smoke break. They could have hopped out the car to go run their mouth to somebody about nothing, okay? This is mind you, okay? These 2 stupid officers who should be fired because they endangered the life of not only themselves and other officers, but all of the inmates inside the bus, okay? These idiots willingly know that there's a shortage in officers. So if you know there's a shortage in officers, okay, why would your dumb ass leave a bus running, right? And one person, why wouldn't you say, hey, listen, I'm going to stay here and watch the damn inmates while you go get the paperwork? Since when has it took 2 officers to get paperwork, man? What was y'all getting? 14 yellow book pages worth of paperwork? Huh? Never seen that before in my life. There's no excuses for that. This is pure stupidity, man. Y'all got a shortage on officers, and y'all both gonna leave 8 inmates unattained to while you try to go get some paperwork? I'm sorry, but are these officers smoking crack now? Like, this is ridiculous. There's no excuse, man. It's getting bad out here. It's getting spooky. It's getting outright ridiculous, man. Like, these officers don't care about these inmates, man. And it's sad to say that most of these officers are the same complexion and same nationality as the very inmates that they showing literally no concern for, man. This is an inmate. Of course, he might do something wild. This whole situation would have been avoided if one officer stayed and watched them inmates. One officer. It's not like they had the power to physically kick that officer out of the bus. And then it seems that they were already at Rikers Island. So what was he really gonna do? What was he really gonna do? He knew he wasn't gonna escape nowhere. So what was he really gonna do? He really just felt like turning up. Really just felt like making the news. There was nothing else he was gonna do, man. And then you got these stupid officers that literally let the dumbest things happen, man. Pure stupidity. They should be fired. They should definitely be fired, man. But thankfully, nobody lost their life. They saying they're not aware of the injuries, any injuries that the inmates might have sustained up to that point. Cool. If any of these inmates is injured, their families deserve some money from Rikers Island, man. But they should be used to giving out money to people's families from Rikers Island, you know? You know how they had officers help some Bloods kill a Crip and all this other wild stuff that be going on? Yeah, they used to messing up like this. Rikers Island must die, man.